Hello and welcome to Chapter 10, Section 2. This section's on experimental probability, and this is where we compare the number of times an event occurs to the total number of trials. So if the Badgers won 17 out of 40 of their games, that's their experimental probability. It's how many did they win, the number of times they win, over the total number of trials. This is not wins and losses. This is wins over total. So when the question then would ask, what is the experimental probability that the Badgers will win their next game? Well, they've got a 17 out of 40 chance of winning. That's their experimental probability. Now the question is going to say write as a fraction, a decimal, and a percent. And writing it as a fraction is easy because you've got your total number of wins from the past over the total number of games. Now we're going to put this into a calculator. And in your calculator, you're going to put 17 divided by 40. You're going to go down just like that into your calculator. And 17 divided by 40 gives you 0.425. That's your decimal. And to make it a percent, you're going to move this over 2 times and put a percent sign. So that's 42.5%. Only if it goes on and on and on and on do you want to round off. And rounding off at the thousandth, that third number, is usually the best guess because that gives you a nice 2-digit point something percentage. And that's it. One question that they might ask then is, what's the experimental probability that they lose? Now this we were talking about yesterday about complementary events. So if their probability that they win is 17 out of 40, and you know that 17 out of 40 plus the probability that they lose has to equal 1. Well, 40 minus 17 is 23, because when you add 17 and 23, you end up with 40 over 40, or 1. That's just about everything that you need to know. Have a look through the examples, have a look through the questions, and bring any questions that you have about your homework back to class tomorrow. Okay? Thank you much.